Hello. Check, check, check. 1, 2. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome, everybody. We are on the ground here in Cape Town, South Africa, and going to fly up to Joburg. It's a place we don't spend a lot of time, honestly. And I have flown here a few times, but yeah, it's just going to kind of be a little bit of a different experience. We've got the day off today, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, what the heck? I figured let's do it. You heard Boozy Sheep talking in the background there. He's doing some GA stuff, and I thought, what the heck? Well, let's fire up something with a couple propellers ourselves and see what kind of trouble we can get into. Good morning, or good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to the Melvin Lee Road Channel. My name is Brant. Nice to see you. It's the Starship, and I don't know, you guys. I think this might be the first time. Is this the first time I've put the Starship? We put it on wax. It might be. I've had a lot of fun learning it. I only know a tiny bit of the airplane. As is usual, I know enough to sometimes get it started and get it off the ground and get it back on the ground, but the ins and outs of some of these things, this is a very complex, deeply simulated aircraft from the BlackSquare crew, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Obviously, you guys know all about it at this point in time. As usual, I'm kind of late to the party, but I have, like I said, I've had really a lot of fun with it, and hopefully we'll do it justice today. Hopefully we won't cause too many issues. Oh my goodness. Well, how about that? Cape Town has went bye-bye. So, okay, never mind. One of the reasons we picked Cape Town was ATC, but yeah, never mind. The whole of Africa was lit up like maybe it's been an hour ago, but nothing anymore. All right, well, you know what? So be it. We're going to still fly it, and should be fun. Maybe it's a little bit less pressure that way. Flight time is 2 hours, 17 minutes, and we're going to try to get ourselves up to 350. Here is the intended route. It is right here. We're going to go from right down here, the southeastern tip of Africa, and fly kind of northeast up to Johannesburg. We are off of runway 19er, the Tita 1 Bravo, and then into runway 3 right on the Nibex 1 Bravo. So that'll be the plan, and let's see about getting this thing going here. I think the first thing I'm going to do before we do anything is make sure, everything is good there. All the covers, everything, pins are out. Everything is ready there. I'm going to go, since we're here overseas, we're going to go kilograms. So we need, for this flight, about 1,400 kilograms. So right now we currently have about 500 on board. So we might need, full tanks here, and that actually doesn't quite get us there, so almost. Some in the external tanks as well. So yeah, there we go, 1,425 kilograms. We have 5 passengers on board here, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll take passenger 4 out of here, and we have 21 kgs of baggage. So let's bump that up a little bit. Looks like 23 is going to be where we go. Susie. Hey, Kevin. Good morning, man. All right, let's refill the oxygen. We did use a little bit of it. We flew yesterday from Ketchikan down to Vancouver, And yeah, we used a little bit of O2, so that was necessary to get that all refilled. And all right, here we go, you guys. So one of the things about this plane clearly is that it has a tendency to not like it if you don't power it up correctly, if you don't start it correctly, if you leave it sitting on the ground for too long without doing anything. It doesn't like that. If you leave it sitting on the ground too long doing the wrong thing, it doesn't like that. So right now I'm getting a little bit better, but I still instead of 1 every 2 times, I'm about 1 every 4 times I break something on startup and or just even powering things up here. So hopefully we'll be okay there. That looks good. Yeah. Turn that back off. Go to standby. And I may go ahead and go external power. Let's see if we can connect. Do we have external power right here? I slew it over to get out of the way. And yeah, so we got a little external power. So we can come here, we can connect that. I am going to turn the batteries on. We need all that business there. And I'm really in love with this vintage setup here. It's quite the technology. And every once in a while we'll get a little note that we need more data, and so we put the floppy disk in here, and it's really good. You know what? I think we've done this before, because I remember talking to you guys about how much I liked putting that 3.5-inch floppy disk in. So, all right, let's initialize. Our current position. Let's see if that is okay. South 3358 and east 1836. I would say that that's pretty doggone good. Data's okay. Initialize. Data's okay. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get the flight plan in here, and it's not a bad one. As you guys know, we don't really have the ability to fly RNAV per se, but we can fake it good enough. And actually, I was at some point in time, I'm going to come down here and do a combination of RNAV and non-RNAV. In fact, maybe we'll do that today since we don't have any ATC. You know what the heck? Because the Teton 1 Bravo it's an RNAV departure. So maybe we'll do that. And so the way that we would do that, I believe, is we're going to put in, well, let's do this. This could be kind of interesting. Let's let it acquire first, and then I think what we're going to do is we're going to put our next waypoint after that Teton 1 Bravo departure. We're just going to roll with it here. That is Exopa. And then after that, boy, it's a big hop, skip, and a jump all the way up here. Well, I guess there's a couple in between places here. We go to Eggtill. Then we go to Unrag. Then we go to, I'm going to just say, there's a couple of points in here. I'm going to say we're going to go to, we're going to skip over a few of these. Oh no, we'll be all right. Aprex. Tevar and Nibix have to do at least one of these the standard way. Oops, I already messed it up. Oh gosh. Oh, I forgot how to do it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's N-I... Gosh dang it. B-E-X. Just reminds me of those. Remember the very first smartphones we had where this is how you had to text? But I only do one. I only do one waypoint that way, and the rest I just click on here. You get the keyboard. FAOR. It's a lot faster. All right, cool. So we're going to enter in. We're going to end that part of the flight plan. Then we're going to come down here, and we're going to see. This is the first time. Oh, we've tried this. Hello, hello. Good Lord, we're sensitive. We're sensitive, dude. All right. So we're going to flight plan. FAC. Oops. CT. Starship purists, you might want to avert your eyes a little bit. Although I think honestly, if one of these things, oh, yeah, wait a second. All right. If one of these things was still in operation, which I don't know how many are still, you would most definitely have this, at least this type of modern avionics. Perhaps even something more modern like a GTN 750 or something. All right. Oh, we got doubles. Oh, this is wonderful. I love it already. Oh, good grief. Delete that. Oh my gosh. Oh, we get 20 additional. We get to have FACT in here 3 times. Tremendous, tremendous. Well, maybe this is why we don't use it. Can we come? Yeah, and I can't delete this flight plan. All right, well, I have really very little confidence now that this is going to work. So, but let's see if the Teton 1 Bravo is in here. Off of a 19er, it is. So that much is loaded, I guess. So I guess let's see if it works. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. We just have to make sure that our nav source is FMS2 and yeah, oh boy, I'm not very confident. That's all right. At least we can say we gave it a try. And they do in the documentation, they talk quite a bit actually about doing it that way, flying the RNAV part of your route with the GTN with the 430, and flying the rest of it with this old Collins system. So that's okay. All right, but that is that. We would be calling blah blah blah, getting clearance, and let's see. I guess transponder is mode C. We're 35. I don't even know. Like I'm gonna put in 1,000 just as a generic one, and then we'll move it up there. and we're squawking Charlie. And then we can go to comms, and we're 2280 already, which is, I believe, what. Oh, hey, hold on. We just got Tower and an ATIS pop in. Nice. All right, Josh, thank you. Thank you. This will be cool because I want to make sure that we're. I want practice also talking to everybody and all that good stuff. So it's information, Papa. It looks like we have runway 19er. Yep, that's good. We've got stars suspended. I wonder what that means. I guess we'll find out. Aircraft to route to CTV after the Gettin, AirDOS, or ASPIC. Transition level is 8-5. Winds 220 at 12. Cav OK. QNH 1015. Okay, so let's we'll give him a call and see what he has in store for us. That's on 1810. 11810. Put that in the recall here, or in the pre, I guess. Move it up, and let's give Tower a call. Tower, hello, November 11816. Information, Papa. IFR request to Joburg.
Last station, all I heard was Joburg.
Yes, sir. It's Starship, November 11816. We have information, Papa, and IFR request to Johannesburg.
November 816, Cape Town Tower, a very good afternoon, sir. You cleared Joburg, flight level 350 on request. After departure, runway 19 and maintain runway track. It's a non-standard. Initial climb flight level 90. After passing altitude 2,000 feet, you can monitor Unicom 122.8, squawk 050
All right, cleared to destination off of runway 19er, flight level 350. Upon departure, fly runway track. Initial climb is 9,000. When crossing 2,000 over to Unicom, we will squawk 0502 Starship 11816.
November 816, read back correct call, push and start.
Call for push and start 11816. All right, cool, man. There we go. So 0502 will become the preset, which will move up to the active. And very nice. Very good. Okay, sweet. Runway heading to 9,000. And through 2,000, we are handed off to Unicom. Very good. QNH was 1015. Okay, very good. And yeah, there we go. So this is the plane I'm planning on using, by the way, for cross the, what do we call it? Cross the strait, I think, coming up here in January. So I've been trying to fly it a little bit. I'm a little concerned about the range, but I've been kind of getting a feel for it, and I think we'll be okay. All right, so see display temps. I'm already kind of overheating things here, so I'm going to turn some stuff off because except I have to keep something on to get permission to push and start. What do I have to have on here? I think the pilot display I have to have on. Oh boy, this could be this could be interesting. All right. And November 11816 requesting push and start.
November 816, do you need push? Are you just able to start and then taxi out?
Yeah, sorry, just habit. Just need startup clearance.
November 816, no worries, start approved.
Startup approved, 11816. All right, so we're going to go here, and again, we'll turn this back off. We got to get standby pumps on, and yeah, we got to get rolling here, you guys. So Power levers are idle. Come full forward with the props. Condition levers will stay at idle. Bleeds are off. Yep, environmentals are off there. We're going to be at 350, so let's spin this up to 3.6. And there we go. Nice. And all right, we checked our battery. We checked our volts already. Oh, you know what we should have been doing here? We should have had some nav lights on, and now we're going to be getting ready to start. So we'll put the anti-calls on. Seatbelts on as well. All right. Okay, engine start time. So we've got the boost pumps on. We're going to go ahead and start number 2 first. Oh, I've turned too much off here, haven't I? Yes, I certainly have. Because we have to at least be able to see the engine. See, this is the part. These are the uglies I'm still working through. Okay, there's at least 12%. When I start seeing red temperature things, I get a little panicky. Silix, hello. Guten Abend. The good thing is it keeps everything in there for us, so I think that's having that standby indicator power on. Okay, Jenny reset. Starter off. Now, here's the tricky part. I think we're okay. Yeah, to start number 2, and then we come in and... I feel like you would probably cross start this somehow, but I don't know. We're gonna go ahead and just get it rolling here. Start it up, and then we'll take the external power off. Always freaks me out a little bit as the oh, and that's on me. I got to go to ground power. As the props work their way through that kind of that no man's land here. Doesn't like to be in here, obviously. Try to spin it up to be a little bit quicker. Awesome. There we go. That's a good start. There, that's good there. That can come off, and now we can go ahead and turn on that. Close the gens. We should theoretically be able to disconnect there. Yes. Disconnect there. Yes. And all right, and again, everything should still be there. It is. Okay, cool. Now what about this guy down here? If this all goes away, you know what? It's not the end of the world. In fact, I may not need that. I may not use that after all. I think we could. I think for the most part we can do this without. Essentially, all we do is we fly runway heading, and then we turn up to Teton. So we don't have that waypoint in there right now. That's okay. I want to try to do it. Okay, present position map is what we're going to use here. I think I will put on. Let's put on. Yeah, let's put on some weather. there actually isn't any, so I will leave it on for now. And we'll leave the flight plan up here as well. Okay, cool. Now we need to come down here and let's get the bleed airs going. Let's get the temperature mode to auto. That looks good. I don't do, of course, any of the I don't do any of the checks, unfortunately. Oh, the alarm won't stop. Isn't there an alt horn cutout or something somewhere? Like down on the pedestal, I think there's a button that'll cancel that. I've done it so many times that I've had to learn where that is. But yeah, that's annoying. All right, did it keep everything else? It did, 900,000. All right, awesome. So we are going to taxi. We're kind of in a little bit of a hangar area. I'm seeing Hotel Bravo 2. And November 11816, ready for taxi.
November 816, taxis at your discretion out of the J apron all the way up to just short of hotel.
All right, taxi our discretion and hold short hotel, November 11816. Okay, that's just right over here. Right there, so beautiful. I don't need anything else down here on. Let's go taxi lights. Oh, you know what I can do? Been trying to do a little bit better with this. So we want to go, we're already through this engine start. Oh, I should have used that. We'll come back, we'll look at that on flight here. So before taxi, we've got the avionics on, standby indicators are on, bleeder valves set, blowers set, temp mode auto, lights are on. That's good. Cabin signs on. Everything's operating. Forward wing, yep, we're retrack. We have our message is extinguished, yep. And we're there, we're good. Standby, brakes. Let's just release and check those. And we'll be ready to go here. Brakes released and checked. All right, good deal. Good deal. Okay, we'll be ready for before takeoff here in just a second. All right. This is us right here. Oops. November 11816, short of hotel.
November 816, just it's a little bit further, just on the right and keep going up towards the main taxiway.
All right, hanging a right and heading towards the main taxiway, 11816. And I'm sorry, if there's a place I'm supposed to call in or not, just let me know. I think it's only about our third time here.
No, you're perfectly right there. You call me and I'll give you taxi at your discretion. It's my mistake. I should have said hold short Bravo.
Okay, we'll taxi on hotel and hold short Bravo. Kind of pretty much by discretion can come out of here, and that makes sense, to the main taxiway, which is Bravo. Okay, and November 116, short of Bravo.
November
Dog say hi,
816, thank you very much. You can taxi to Horner Point Altitude, runway 19. In fact, are you able to intersection echo?
Let's see. Affirm, we could take intersection echo, November 11816.
November 816, thank you very much. Taxi Horner Point Echo 1, runway 19 via Bravo and Echo.
All right, holding point Echo 1, Bravo Echo, November 11816. Okay. I have my heading turned wrong because I have the wrong. I was thinking the wrong runway here, so we're gonna hang a left. I got grass growing through my. I think there's grass poking through the. That's not good. That can't be good. Yeah, we got this. Is we need to get that down. We're gonna be off of 1-9er. Okay, Bravo. We're gonna try to kind of stay to the right here a little bit, and then got a little echo. Actually, I don't know. That doesn't look right either. Let's stay out. Probably we're better just to stay where we were. I thought maybe taxiway Bravo was over there, but this looks like the cargo area, so we don't want to be in that spot. This poor tower guy's going, why did I fire the cab back up for this Yahoo? Did you get that alt alarm extinguished there as it looks? Alright, here's Echo. It's a hard right-hand turn. Comes all the way back around. Bringing it around town. And get my hold short here. Yeah, if this old freeway or airport needs some weed killer or something. Alright, let's hold short here. Let me get my heading bug set. Alright, we're not doing any of the tests, unfortunately. Flaps. We're gonna go ahead and set takeoff flaps. We're not doing the tests, battery monitor test, nope, none of that stuff. Landing gear, nope. I need to learn how to do all that, but okay. Yeah, I don't do any of that stuff. Oh man, there's a ton. There's a ton of tests. Oh, wow. All right, this is stuff for later. Like we're ready to go flying. And November 11816 is short on Echo 1, ready for departure.
November 816, apologies at the winds, 220 degrees, 12 knots, via Echo 1, runway 19, and clear for takeoff, intersection departure.
1-9er, clear for takeoff via Echo 1, November 11816. Okay, you guys, here we go. So far, so good. We've managed to not overheat the avionics. We almost did, but hey, Matt, this is the Beechcraft Starship, the BlackSquare Starship. Crazy looking bird, right? All right, let's get it set here. What am I looking for? Condition levers come full forward. I am looking for 100% torque, 850 on the attempts. We've got 17, or we should have 1700 on the RPMs. We'll just ease it up there. So it's going to be unhappy a little bit with us as we first get rolling. There we go. It kind of settles in though nicely. Put a little too much power in there. We'll back that off. All right, power is set. Airspeed is alive. it's hard to get good help these days, huh? Choosy. Somewhere around 130, I think, is what we need. We're pretty heavy with all of our fuel and passengers today, so it might take a little bit. There's 110. V1. And let's see if she'll fly. I hope she does, because we're out of runway. Yay! Oh, boy. Okay, the calculations were exactly right. Oh my gosh. All right, well, there you go. It is not a fast accelerator. And lesson learned. We needed, that was about, I would say, 500 or 5,000 of the 10,000 feet. That was about the minimum. The minimum. All right, so we're up, and looking pretty good here. Speed is checked. Gears coming up, by the way, as well here. Let's get a little airspeedo. Pretty much heading, and I'll go indicated on the climb. Okay, it does look like we kept our departure, so that's good. So now as I'm looking at this departure, it's saying we're going to come out here. We fly runway heading to 5, and then we track left 145, and then we track to Teton, however you say that. I say Teton, but I don't think it's the same Tetons I'm thinking of. I'm going to go ahead and, well, I don't want to slap the nav on just yet because, yeah, we're doing okay. Where's our range here? Yeah, we come out here, we turn, and we're on our way. So I should, in theory, but this looks to me like it's wanting to turn to Exopa right away. Yeah, it's wanting to fly this guy. So, let's nav source. I guess I don't know. You guys, I don't know which nav source we're going to have. I'm going to turn 145 right now, and because we're basically over to Unicom anyway. Let's go 145. I'll put this at 350. And we're going to get out of here. We'll be able to give ourselves maybe even a little bit of a shortcut here. 145, and as soon as we're over flight level, well, we need to be above flight level 85, which we're closing in on right now already. What a neat little place. Never been here. Don't know that I'll ever want to come here, but it's quite the place. Hey, Fixie. Mervyn Lauro. That's right. That's me. Got that right, brother. All right. So then we would turn. We're above flight level 85. By the way, we're going to go standard baro because transition level was 9,500, and I think we're ready to go. I think we're ready to go direct Exopo myself. All right, so let's select the nav source, FMS1. Okay, that's good. And I think we can just go nav right now. It should turn us direct Exopo. We're through 10,000, so let's go ahead and turn the landing and taxi lights off. We'll leave those on. I don't remember if you put the anti-calls or the low strobes on. I don't know. But as long as we turn direct to Exopa, I'll be a happy camper. Might do the old course correcto thing here too. Might try to come all the way over and grab this thing. Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's okay. Alright, I just want to check something real fast here. If we do an engine start with external power, at what point in time do we disconnect? So we have volts, we have all this, we go gens, okay, battery, blah, 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 ignition, condition lever. So we start the right, and then, then you do start the left, okay. And And then after you start the left, then you okay. Oh, and I actually put the Gentiles on norm first. I should have disconnected the external, checked the volts, and then put the ties on. All right, well, good to know. Good to know. All right, so we've got that. Takeoff checklist. Let's see, brakes. We did all that. Takeoff power. We did 100. Yep, all that's fine. Brakes, release, V-speed. Yep. Gear, flaps retracted. Let's go to the next one, which is climb. Yaw damper needs to be on, which it is. Yep, it's on. Climb power, we need 90% torque and we need 1600 RPM, so we're not bad on torque. Just pull back a little bit. 90%, pull back the RPMs to 1600. Already through 17,000. Okay, I pushed you already. So persnickety, I'm telling you. I went ahead and got myself a little cough over the weekend. That's really nice. All right, 90 and 16. That's pretty close right there, I think. Prop sync is going to come on. Engine displays, we are monitoring them. Cabin pressurization, we are increasing. Cabin signs are on, the lights are off. Awesome. Heck yeah. So climb checklist is complete and cruise checklist to go. Lovely. Yep, we're making a beeline for this little magenta highway to catch up to. I wish there was a way. Maybe there is. Hold on here. Maybe there is a way to go. I think there is. Lost my cursor. Direct. Axopa. Yeah, buddy. All right. Because otherwise we weren't getting much of a dang shortcut. We were actually doubling back and we're giving ourselves a long cut. Not really sure you can say this. Thanks.
Pretty bird.
Not really sure you can say this.
Pretty bird. Pretty bird. Yes, pretty bird.
She's a little goofy looking, but I have fun. Hey, Mike. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. The whole scene, I think, is lovely. All right, on our way, you guys, on our way to Johannesburg. I would say probably the only thing we didn't do really a great job of there is I don't know that we are, we should be like 140 instead of 170, but so be it. We're already through 230. We're still climbing at about 1,500 feet a minute, which I can live with. We're going up to 350, and yeah, we're 80. We can keep nudging that up to 90 for the climb. Then we'll back off once we get up to cruise. Actually, we can't bump it up because our ITT, our temps should always stay below 840 on the climb. So as you can see, engine number 1 is a little grumpy today. So 840, 839, that's okay. That'll work right there. We're doing pretty good. 248 airspeed and Nice. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about right there. 49 knot kicker. Can't beat that with a bat. All right, back out here. Let's do some stuff. This kind of stuff. So, yeah, bonus day off, by the way, guys. Happy Monday. I have I have gotten honeydews done. I only have one more thing I need to do. I need to run out and do a little shopping for a couple of miscellaneous work-related items. Oh, I got, you guys will be excited about this. I've got some Christmas lights ordered. You guys seen these? You guys have seen these, right? These under the eave lights. I ordered a set of those, and I'm going to try to install them myself. 500-foot stretch, or a strand of them. Let's see if I can do a home install. My wife informed me in no uncertain terms that we will have lights on our house this year for our 3 grandchildren to enjoy. I'm like, okay. We didn't last year. And this is nice. We're going to have a nice little evening arrival into Joburg, aren't we? Flight time, again, I think I told you this already, but if I didn't, it's just a little over 2 hours. Yeah, 2:17. So, yeah, you will not be very productive at work for the next couple of hours. That's my goal. Let's hear your best stories of exterior illumination, by the way, as we're flying. I would love to know what your go-to home lighting situation is. And I'm also equally interested in knowing how soon do you start putting stuff up? When is your go time? Tell me what you do. Tell me what your go-to lighting situation is. Like, how much do you put up, inside, outside? Your go-to is balancing one leg of a stepladder on a very round rock. Well, okay, there is that. Oh, the farther we go, the more I love this. Wow, this is getting some cloudy McCloud stuff going. Goodness sakes. How high up do you have to go? I've got to go. I think I've got about a 16-foot. I think I got a 15 or 16-foot peak on my garage. That's about as high up as I have to go. Just high enough to be up and uncomfortable, you know. So what lights do you put up, and when do you start? Mamma mia. For me, it's always been more about the interior lights. I've never been a huge exterior light guy. Mainly just because I haven't really had exterior lights that, like, it's always the plug-in that messes you up, right? Like, you always have to have an outlet somewhere close, and so then you're running your lights, but you also have an orange extension cord that's sticking out like a sore thumb. About the best I've been able to do is run it and then like loop the extension cord like through the gutter and around the back of the house, and so you have like 150 foot of extension cord to run like 25 lights. Oh, my wife just added to my list here. So you got little red and greens on the garage. Okay. I have a pretty good sized tree out in front of my house that I've often thought about trying to, string some lights on, but it is harder to do than you think. And this tree, this is a 30-foot tall tree, so like I don't have anything that reaches up that high, and it just looks horrible when you only have, the bottom half of your tree lit up. You need to have the whole thing, but I don't want to pay somebody to come over with the lift. And anyway, you run them along the gutter. Sorry, no. Yeah, gutter of the garage, 8 to 10 feet or so. Yeah. Try to wait till the 1st of December. Yeah, we always have tried to wait until after Thanksgiving also. Better get back inside and make sure we're doing all right. Yeah, we're getting up close here. My temps. Oh, my aching temps. That's not good. I want to stay outside if I can, but I can't overtemp this thing because, I bet that knocked down my engine. Yeah, oh no, that's where I started, 99%. That's how you break an engine in this thing, is to overtemp. But I think I might have to start, I may have to go before. Just because we've got the crew coming for Thanksgiving, so I think my wife wants them up maybe this weekend. So we will see. All right. Well, I've been happy with the climb so far, and we're kind of putting out a little bit here, which is not uncommon. And again, I'll just keep trying to add a little bit of power just to still keep it under 840, just to get us up here the last little bit. And I might have to go to vertical speed mode here. In fact, I think I will. Let's go VS mode. Oops, over here. And we got to have at least 500 feet a minute. Can't be doing anything less than that. I'll give it a couple clicks. Let's see what so it's about 750. I expect this to go down a little bit, but that's okay. If it does, we're fine. And I might have to, so that's the other thing, is I'm getting the SimBrief profile oftentimes gives me 350 and it gave me 370 the other day, which we made it, but it was a dogfight. I may have to, on the vintage cross the straight, I might have to pick a little bit more reasonable altitude. Maybe like 2.1 or 2.3 or something like that. I love getting up here in the high altitude, though, to take advantage of, like this, right? 71 knot tailwind. Because fuel is going to be a big deal. Conserving fuel, I'm going to really have to think about fuel conservation as we go. But all right, I'm going to back it off. Let's go. We can go 500 feet a minute for the next half hour if we want. I don't even care. We got 2,500 to run here, so that would be exactly 5 minutes to get to cruise, but that's fine. We're in good shape, and it's all right. So So there's a lot of events. I tell you what, on Monday. Monday is like, I think maybe the best day for flying in, at least in Europe. You've got Nuremberg, you've got Budapest, you got Bratislava, you got Copenhagen, you got Bergen, and then every other Monday you've got a little Middle Eastern Monday. You got the Milk Run Monday, which I can never do because it's always midnight my time. But man, there's a lot of events. So after I get done with this, I do plan on flying again. What I might do is I might do a little break and take care of my errands, and then maybe come back later on. And if we don't hit a European event, I was thinking it's been a while since we've done Moncton Monday. So it might be kind of a day-night doubleheader type of flight sim day today. We'll see. This flight will take me up to about lunchtime, and then just kind of I'd have a couple hours to run around, come back. Moncton Monday starts around 4 o'clock my time, so that might be about just right. Oh, there's Whip. Whip's on. There's Iowa Scotsman checking in. How are you, Ron? Ron, we're talking Christmas lights. How much? How many? Where do you put them, and when do you start? M. Stein does a little bit on the outside of his house there. Starts about the 1st of December. I'm a very limited, mostly inside light guy, and it's just a hodgepodge too. That's the other problem. That's the other reason why I don't have a lot of exterior lights, is because all my lights are like everything that I've collected over, the past 35 years of being an adult. And it's just a mismatch. It doesn't look good at all. So I ordered myself some of those under the eave lights. I ordered a 500-foot strand of those bad boys, and we're going to try to put them up. And that'll be about as much as I do on that, as much as I've ever done on the outside of my house. We do have an inflatable Santa Claus deal that we put up by the front door, but yeah. And I'm thinking about going with the real tree this year too. Heading up to the mountains and cutting a real tree. Mike and I, we had this talk last stream, or one of the last streams, Mike, because you were saying you're thinking about that as well. You got a little place you can go, but it costs you a little extra to cut your own tree, but nobody wants to truck through the mud and snow with Dad to go do it. That was good stuff. All right, well, we're doing all right, almost to 350, and okay, we're going to get up here to 350 and go through our next checklist here. So you're an after Thanksgiving guy also. I have always been that. Like that's literally the weekend after Thanksgiving dinner. We'll have either football on or one of those classic, Christmas Vacation, or one of those Home Alone, and that's we'll just crank out. We'll get all of our holiday stuff out and put up, and that's what I've always tried to do. Do you do much outside then, or do you just stay focused on the inside, the interior lighting there, Iowa Scotsman? Welcome back, by the way, from the stream break, everyone. All right, there's 3.5. Let's go cruise checklist here. We're going to go either 97%, which we're not going to get, or 840 on the ITTs, 1600 on the RPMs. So that's pretty much where we are. I mean, we could probably get a little more cruise power if we wanted, but I will nudge it a little bit here. But we don't have to be right on the edge. Auto feather needs to come. Oh gosh, I was supposed to have auto feather on. I didn't. I missed that. Lights, I've turned them off. We'll keep monitoring our engine and our fuel display. Checklist complete. And we'll probably creep up here to, close to 160 knots, which will get us, 285 TAS, which is, pretty good. But then when you add another 75, that's we're moving, baby. We'll be ahead of schedule. That'll be okay. Cape Town Tower and approach now are on, so that's good. That's a good sign. Maybe they'll start to staff up again. Well, no, actually, it's went the other way. Now, we had Johannesburg approach and tower on when we departed, and now they're gone. So everybody's up. Everybody's loading in to Copenhagen. Oh, you leave the inside for your wife and your boy, huh? Yeah, and Connie, my wife, does most of the decorating too. She knows, like, we've just got all these boxes and storage bins of all these old ornaments, because you know how it is, Iowa Scotsman, right? Like, over the years, you just collect stuff, right? And then when somebody passes away, you get their boxes of stuff. But she knows how to kind of go through all of it, and knows where everything's at. She kind of has her go-to decor, things she likes to put on the tree and around the mantle and all that stuff. So I pretty much just do the stuff that she can't reach. So, and she kind of just directs me. Like, this goes next, right here. Go get that other box, and she'll know too. It's the red box in the hall closet under the two other green boxes. She'll know exactly where everything's at. Third row down on the left-hand side. let's try to, you know what we haven't done in this plane is we haven't tried to monitor anything. Let's see. I don't know if we're too far away. I don't think we are, but maybe we are. Let's see if we can put approach. Let's see if we can put that in. Oh, what the heck have I just done there? That's fine. Comms 1197. Let's see if we can put that in COM 2 and monitor. Now, how do I do? This is going to be the tricky part here, is where are my radio dials and how do I turn that on to monitor COM 2? ATC COM 2. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. Alright. DME hold. I don't want to do that either. How do I? Maybe just not doing anything this season. How does your Christmas, Thanksgiving, Christmas, does it settle down a little bit for you, or is it a even busier time, or in terms of your workload, like what does that do? I'm about to experience the busy portion I hear of the shipping world. Man. Trying to look in my documentation here to see what we have. Air data computer, the flight management computer, the engine data concentrator. That's the EDC, the data acquisition center. Is that us? Data acquisition? Maybe. Okay, I think I see where I went wrong with using the Garmin. So there's supposed to be a nav source down here. Let's see if we can find it. Nav source. Yeah, there's supposed to be a nav source here for FMS/GNS, and I'm not seeing it there. So I've done something. Oh, there it is. Okay, in systems control, you have to switch your AP nav source from FMS, which is what this guy is, to GNS, which is okay. Well, you know what? If when we get closer to Joburg, we will try that. But that doesn't help me with my question, which is, how do I monitor COM2? And there's a lot of information. 190-page documentation guide here. Just insanity. Cockpit lighting, panel lighting. Ooh, yeah, we have a chance to get some nice nice blue, that blue cockpit lighting. That'll be nice. Yeah, I probably could put that on, couldn't I? Bar, I think that's what it is. Center displays, main panel, console. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. It's gonna happen. Oh no, that's not on yet. What do we have here? Instrument indirect. That's the one we want to have turned on. Okay, instrument indirect. What? This guy. All right. Oh yeah, baby. Can't wait. Cannot wait. See, this is what happens to me when I'm looking for something, and this maybe is one of the good things to check the documentation for stuff, is you learn you learn other things that you didn't even know that you were going to learn. That's my cabin temps. 68 degrees. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Environmental controls checked. Pardon. Now I'm into turboprop operations, power settings, tips on operating. This aircraft is equipped with a realistic battery temperature simulation. The nickel-cadmium batteries are particularly susceptible to battery overheating. If the red bat charge rate is illuminated and the batteries are not disconnected, then the charge rate, then the battery terminals will become damaged and the battery will not be available for use. Yeah, I've had that happen. We do have an avionics blower here that if it gets hot, I guess I could have popped that on for a minute as well. All right, well, yeah, you know, the more you know. Now it feels like that's getting a little bright. So that's probably the pilot display, right? Yeah, maybe. All right, back to comms. Back to comms. Where are you, comms? Functional windshield wiper. Intro to flight planning. Can even do a little position estimation. That's pretty cool, actually. VLF Omega navigation. Man, That's some old school stuff right there. Wow. Wow. Huh. That's crazy. And there's the tablet interface. Yeah, I've just not seen it. Just not seen it. All right. So let's see here. We've got about 13 minutes to Eggtail and an hour 13 to Nybex. That's where we begin the arrival. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Sorry again that we don't have any ATC. So it's just saying that I have to make sure the comm panel is set to here to receive. Is this the comm panel? I don't think this is the comm panel. I just think I'm missing a whole big panel here. Big comm panel. You know what I did not do? Didn't warm up the windshield. And I should probably have little pitot and static and stall warning heat on as well. Oh, wait, there we go. Hold on. All right, here we go. So probably one of those over here. All right, yeah. All right. There we go. We're now monitoring approach on 1970, but I think we're probably too far away to hear anything. But that's okay. So what I should do then is it 121.5? Is that the guard frequency? I think it's 121.5, isn't it? Yeah, 121.5. All right, well, we're monitoring guard and communicating on the Unicom. Good to figure that out. And I knew it had to be something simple like that. Something simple. Okay, I like it. I might take a little stretch break. I need to. I'm getting the yawns. I'll be back in a sec. everything looks good so far, I think, guys. Starting to pick up that nice blue lighting. Love it. Love it. Doing 295 true airspeed with a 64 knot Taylor. Heck yeah. 351 across the ground. That's pretty good for this bird. I think the cruise, like the normal cruise, is somewhere around 300 across the ground. Of course, a lot of that's weather dependent. When we fly this baby for the across the strait, we will most likely even back it off a little bit more. You know, right now you can see we're not really pushing. We're 92% N1, only torquing it about 52, keeping those temps at 824. Gotta think fuel conservation, that's going to be the name of the game for us. And as you can see, we're down to kind of about half a tank on both sides. I'll probably travel quite a bit lighter too. I won't have 5 passengers and all that. I'm having a little bit of an orange. Nice. Good evening, sir. Got the face cam turned off while I feed my face. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Got a couple of days off. Well, I got a bonus day off today, and then tomorrow is one of my normal days off. So I had a 4-day weekend in the middle of a 4-day weekend. So yeah, life is good. I just needed like a little something. Went upstairs and we got those little mandarin oranges. Oh, they're so good. Have a banana. Just a little fruit snack. On our way to Johannesburg here. Just took off from Cape Town about an hour ago. Probably about a third of the way, maybe a little more than that. 2-hour, 10-minute flight. Have a really nice tailwind. It's been helping us out the whole time. Oh, you know what we should do? Let's come down here and let's see if we can this is being weird. It's almost like it wants to have the departure in there 3 times, but we're going to see if we could sneak FAOR in there. Only to see if it's going to be possible for us to fly the the RNAV portion of our arrival here, just to see if it can be done. I don't know that I'll ever do it again, but I want to be able to say I did it once. So there's Johannesburg International And we're going to pick a procedure. We're going to pick the arrival. The arrival is the Nybex 1 Bravo. Ah, see, it's wanting to take us out of Cape Town, though. All right, don't want that. Whoops, darn it. Yeah, this is very strange how this is not working. How I'm familiar with a 530 in the sim. So, all right, let's try this again. Select approach. There we go. We got the right. I don't want the approach now. Doggone it. I want the arrival. Oh, jeez Louise. Select arrival. One more time is the charm. There we go. Nybex 1 Bravo. And 3 right. Okay, we'll load that in. And then we will, so we can fly that, Nybex on down. And then when we get on the vector, this is a funky, I don't know what this is. Go left to come right. Maybe they're taking you out there to intercept the 3 right. I have no idea. That's really weird. What else do we have? Do we have any other arrivals? No, I'm sorry. That's got to be it for us. Okay, so then from there we have an ILS, probably ILS Zulu for us. Yeah, so it takes us to VCOP, and then we'll kind of vector ourselves over here to grab the localizer. Okay. So I'll leave that ready, and then what we can do is we can come down here when it's time, is we can yeah, no, I guess we can't. I'm not 100% sure how we're going to do this. I really am not. I don't know. I guess I could be too. There could be a little terrain deal. You know, sometimes you see those. Like in Europe especially, you see they look like little, S-turny kind of turnstile, and they just help sort out traffic. Maybe it's one of those deals too. I don't know. I don't fly down here very often. And it's kind of been nice to fly, even though I was hoping for a little more ATC. Pretty much everybody's gone to bed, though, in South Africa. I think it's getting somewhat late over there, though, on a Monday night, so I get it. I'll get it. So we are now an hour and 6 minutes from our destination. Very good. We'll have to do a little pilot math, obviously, to make sure that we descend at the right time. And I think ultimately we need to get down to 8,000 feet. So let's, no time like the present, right? So we need to lose 27. 27 times 3 is 81. So, and that's 10 miles away from the airport that we need to be at 8,000. So we're going to call that 91. Let's just call it an even 100 miles. When we're within 100 miles of FAOR, we'll have to make sure we're heading down here. So 200 to go to Unrag, and then, yeah, so we'll just kind of count ourselves down here. Looks like maybe at Tivar will be a pretty good spot, or maybe just prior to Tivar. But that'll be descent time for us. This will be, I think, maybe my longest flight I've done in this plane. I'm trying to remember what the last... I did do one, now that I'm trying to think, I did do one on stream a little while ago. Yeah, we went oh yeah, we went Nice to Innsbruck. That was a pretty good flight. That might have been close, comparable distance wise. Yeah, 7 or 8 p.m. All pretty much same as London. Really? Why did I was thinking they were a little further east. But, yeah, pretty close, actually, at the end of the day. Some people have to work, right, Nige? Some of us fools have to work for a living. Can't just stay up all night playing their flight simulator game. So, Nige, quick question for you. What, again, I'm just trying to learn my world geography / customs and things like that. Does the UK celebrate Thanksgiving in November, kind of like the States do? I know it's sort of more of a U.S. type holiday, but I've heard there's other similar, let's be thankful for what we have types of celebrations around the world. I just didn't know if anybody else outside of the U.S. celebrated quote unquote Thanksgiving Day in November like we do. Almost every country, though, that I've learned about has some form of Thanksgiving Day. It's just different times of the year. Canada, they actually do it in October. That's right. Yep, very similar to the U.S. Family gatherings. It's kind of a harvest focus. I can't... Oh, there's the U.K. It's a harvest festival. It's a harvest festival, September and October, church-centered, giving thanks for the harvest. And it's not a national holiday. I'll be darned. Okay. It's always interesting to look at other parts of the world with some of those holidays. It's such a huge deal here, right? Like, yeah. So Johannesburg's 2 hours ahead. Okay, dinner time there. What's for dinner at the Nige B estate this evening? It's almost lunchtime here. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm starting to get hungry for lunch. I'm probably going to have a ham and cheese sandwich with some Doritos. Sounds exciting, right? Hey, Agent Presta. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Oh, no. So you just did a little sandwich yourself, huh? In a truck on an airfield. Yeah, I'm a big fan of sandwiches. I've been on a wrap kick, Mike. You'll get a kick out of this. So it's the same concept, right? It's meat, it's cheese, it's mustard or something like that, and then but instead of putting it between two pieces of bread, I wrap it in a tortilla. So yeah, you're warming up some quiche. Nice. There you go. There you go. All right. Yeah, I'm a big fan. It's so fast and easy. I'm a big fan of easy when it comes to lunch. This is weird. I've almost phased lunch out of my diet though with my new job because I'm always pushing through and trying to work and like my day it's more about like grabbing a quick protein shake or a granola bar or something, you know, and I'll hit one of those about 10 o'clock in the morning, maybe something similar at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, because my day usually finishes at about 2, and then I go home and I'm like, well, do I make lunch or do I just have another little snack and wait till dinner? Anyway, it's I've sort of phased out lunch. It's been kind of weird. I don't know. It's so I'll come home and I'll have like cheese and crackers or meat and cheese or something for a little snack. But yeah, I don't know. It's been weird. I think the thing about the sandwich is like you can get a little crazy with those sandwiches, right? And there's some people that are like they're really good at like they make their own bread and they have not just sandwich meat out from the grocery store, like they cook their own and fresh lettuce and everything on it. It's like that's some next level sandwich making stuff. Me, it's it's not like that at all, but it's good. It's a good little snack. The Lord, what was it? Lord Sandwich. Sandwiches of history. What? Stop it. M. Stein, I'm going to need a link to check your authenticity on that one, because that sounds like exactly the type of YouTube channel I would want to follow.
Hey, welcome to Sandwiches of History. My name.
Oh my goodness. Sandwiches of history. Subscribe. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Look at that bread. Oh man. The Diablo. Ding Dong School Sandwich. There you go. All right. Thanks for the recommendation. You know, every time you come to the stream, Mike, you make a positive impact, dude. That's what I love about you. Tiniest bit of sunset. Ooh. Can you see that Milky Way? looks kind of trippy. How's that look on the stream? Not bad. All right, back inside. Trying to kind of see if how does each of these affect? What's this turn up? It's turning that display up and down. Let's get the centers. Okay, all right. This is the big one right now. I guess we got a little. You got a little flood area. How are we doing in the back here? Oh, pretty dark. Do we got some cabin? Aisle, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there, my friends. Oh, look at that. 100% right now, if I was sitting in this chair right here, I would be leaned out looking at that more than even as nice as it would be to look outside at the stars. I'm like a moth drawn to this light, man. Moth to a flame. All right, we're under an hour. Under an hour to Joburg. Again, thank you guys. If you're here for the first time, welcome. My name is Brant. Thanks for tuning into the Melvin Leroy channel. Great to have you on board. Melvin, for my regulars, know the story. He was my grandfather, and he was the one that got me interested in aviation. So the channel's named after him. And we are flying from Cape Town up to Johannesburg in South Africa in the beach Starship, the Beechcraft Starship that is made by BlackSquare in Microsoft 2024. We fly a variety of aircraft, both in Microsoft 24 as well as X-Plane 12. And there's a good chance I might even pop into X-Plane 12 for the next flight. I don't know what the next flight's going to be because Monday's not my normal streaming day, but we happen to have a little time off, and so I thought, let's hop in the Starship. I've been on a little bit of a Starship vibe lately, but welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Lots of no shortage of places and things to fly on a Monday, that's for sure. Probably the challenge is going to be just narrowing it down to one. Now, Dusseldorf Monday just popped up, and it's like, wow. So, and we won't even be on the ground until, for another hour. So, Dusseldorf will already be going. I don't think we're going to do vectors to Copenhagen. I don't know. I'm not. Never say never, I guess. Never say never. Boy, the weather's fantastic tonight. I mean, 50 knot tailwind, not a cloud in the sky. No, checked. Have I, though? Yeah, no rain, none of that stuff. Pyreps. I don't think we've checked any of that. I don't know. Here's that Omega status. Oh man, part of me thinks that would be really fun to try to learn how to do, but then the realist in me knows that you do it once and you never do it again, and all that time and effort, it's like yeah, nah, maybe not. It's kind of like that. What's that navigation where they navigate by the beacons? Yeah, no, yeah, no. What do they say about Aussies? If they answer you and they start with yeah, they mean no, and if they start with no, then they mean yeah. Well, I tell you what, guys. I mean, this has become kind of a boring flight, and I think that's a good thing, right? Because everything's working well.
Hey, guys. Oh, big gulps, huh? All right. Well, see you later.
I almost just did the flight kind of offline, but I'm glad you guys are here. This is a toilet back here, right? Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh wait, what's it? I don't want to click that. I think that's a door. Is this not a? Maybe it's not. I thought this is a bathroom. Oh. Best aff. What? Best aff the company ever built, Burt Rutan. What? Do you think that's really? Wait, best AEFT, best aircraft the company ever built. Do you think that's really him? You think that's really his signature? I'm asking ChatGPT. I mean, it's not unheard of that devs will hide little Easter eggs. So, oh, this has got to be true because it's on Reddit. I want to believe. It is very plausible, is what ChatGPT is saying. There's only 5 starships that are still airworthy. A user notes on Reddit there are some absolutely lovely Easter eggs in the Starship, including a memorial plaque by the front door and his signature in the baggage area. I'm going to say it's legit, man. Whether it's exactly the real-life handwriting is uncertain. No public logs found shows a scan of the real Rutan signature being used. Really? There's no Burt Rutan signature out there anywhere? What? I'm going to ask that question again. Searching the net for Burt Rutan's signature. This might be a tough sell. I'm a big Burt Rutan fan, by the way. Although, oh yeah, look, check it out. All right, here we go. Here are some real examples of Burt Rutan. This is totally Burt Rutan's signature, right? Check it. Got the B with the R. Yeah, right? I mean, that's what we're seeing, isn't it? Is this upside down? Why am I looking at that upside down? That's him. That's him, buddy. That's it. I love it. It's got to be. But anyway, I mean, first of all, how can you not love a guy with chops like he's got, man? But he has done some crazy engineering in the world of aviation. So I guess there's a plaque up here by the front door. Be hard to see it. Let's see, can I turn on some cabin overhead? All right, let's see if we can see anything here by the front door. Maybe it's on the outside. Oh, wait a second. That's just going to be the... Yeah. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Oh, jeez. Hard to read. Dedicated to Burt Rutan, the greatest living aircraft designer. He's designed the Voyager, the Global Flyer, the Spaceship One, Stratolaunch. Alright, so the Voyager, you guys can't read this, I'm sure. The Voyager, first non-stop flight around the world. I actually remember watching that on TV when I was a kid. The Global Flyer, the first solo non-stop flight around the world. The Starship One, the first commercial human space flight. The Stratolauncher, the largest wingspan aircraft ever flown. The Proteus, altitude record for aircraft under 22,500 pounds. The Starship, the first composite business aircraft. And the Verisea and Long-EZ, popular home-built aircraft. Way cool. Huh. Yeah. Pretty neat. It has been a fun dive. It's been a deep dive, but it's been a really enjoyable one. Did you get the... Oh, Piaggio, is that the one? Is that the other one that came out just a little bit ago? Piaggio, Bellagio, Miraggio. You have that. So you already have your goofy looking twin turbo pusher plane. You scratched that itch. Flight FX. And by the way, so my question to you, and I think you can answer, like, have you went back to it? Have you flown it a little bit? Like, does it make it into your rotation, or did you fly it pretty hard and heavy for a little while and then it just kind of faded off? I don't have the Piaggio. I think the Piaggio has a similarly interesting story, and like from a historical standpoint, it's cool. Yeah, the UNS takes a little bit. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's not super intuitive like the Collins here, right? Like the Collins, where you can take the cursor and you can select your waypoints. No, I kind of think so. I don't think I would have bought this had it not been for the Cross the Strait event. And I just didn't have a plane. Like I was gonna, normally I fly the DC-6, but I kind of described my problems with not being able to reinstall it in 2024 and yada yada yada. I'm not gonna rehash that, but I didn't have anything else. I mean, the DC-3, I think you could probably get it there from Anchorage to Seattle. I think you could probably fly it that far, but instead of a 6-hour flight, you're looking at a 12-hour flight or something like that. I don't want to do that. There's just not very many options. There's the and I'm talking X-Plane and Microsoft, right? There's that crazy Hughes XF whatever that is Flying Fries made. XF11, I think. And I think that's kind of a cool looking airplane. But I'm like, I don't know. I think I was worried about the range of this. I don't know if it had the range. Because I'm actually a Howard Hughes fan too when it comes to aviation. So there's that, and then there was the it's I always draw a blank. Oh yeah, the B-17. I looked at that actually really hard, and here's what. Yeah, so here's what turned me off about this. Is it is very. Yeah, this is even a red flag. It's super, and I mean super, early access. Like, yeah. Now this even makes me more worried. I'm glad I didn't buy it, but like it's got some serious, like the animation of the tires is not done yet. So when you land, the tires stay the same, and like it's got all kinds of interior texturing where it kind of just says, insert paint here, and it's like it's a cool concept. The B-17, the Flying Fortress, right? Like, yeah, please, we love it. That'd be awesome, but it's not even close to being ready. And the fact that these guys' website is down makes me nervous. Super Connie, I asked Dakota Pilot about that. And because this was an original 2020 plane that's been ported, and his opinion was that it still needs work. Well, actually, his comment was he's working on it. So I'm like, all right, and it's not cheap. It's $50. So yeah, that's kind of where I was at. I looked for the same stuff in. I mean, and this looks as close as any of them as being ready to go. And I think he flew it in 2020 and liked it. And it'd be a fun plane to have, but anyway. So, yeah, that's the hard part. And he and I talked about that, about just how, like how tough it's going to be. What's the one? Okay, there's a, I think Airplane Heaven made it. Oh man. And it was included as a local legend plane, and there's apparently there's a mod for it that makes it pretty good. The one that comes direct, yeah, there we go, whatever this guy is, the Electra. This apparently, as like in terms of an airplane like this is really highly recommended by a lot of people. Not just out of the box like it is, which is unfortunate because it's $32, but this plus the improvement mod makes like all of the engine performance and handling and all that stuff like really nice. And yeah. But again, the problem with this is that I think the range might not quite be there. So what I think what's going to happen is like I think some people are going to fly it, and they're either going to start like what we've had happen in the past is people that fly maybe the DC-3 or something. They just start from a field that's closer. I didn't think about the beach, the Twin Beach. Yeah. Oh, no, this is the one that has, so I'm sorry, so I'm thinking of the wrong one, guys. The Electra is different. The Twin Beach, that's the Local Legend one. This is a mod to enhance the Local Legend 5, the Beechcraft Model 18. I think this Beach Model 18 is actually made by Carenado. But yeah, you can see a custom sound set, new oil system coated, new modern propeller version with different feather logic, advanced fuel system, persistent fuel, aircraft identity, new startup logic. You know, that I've heard from a number of people that really has made that aircraft pretty fantastic. So yeah, so people, they'll find their ways around it. And you know, I remember the first year we did it when we were down in the Caribbean, I had to do the old KC-130 extender, and I was in the DC-6. But I was short of fuel, so I just did the old hot refuel in the air, and so be it. I mean, whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah, so the original, it's kind of funny, Fictions. The original idea actually was kind of Kenny Monster's idea. And he asked Slanty if he'd help him sort of get it organized and all that. And of course, you know, Rob is all about that stuff. He's like, heck yeah, let's do it, man. He loves the long haul, across the pond stuff, and especially the more vintage, the better, right? So then Kenny got sideways with somebody last year, and they might have been just debating what aircraft. I don't even know, but I think somebody was saying they wanted to bring something. I don't remember. But anyway, he got mad and he just basically said, okay. He took his ball and went home. So Slanty has been kind of spearheading it, and he basically did everything last year, is doing everything this year. But yeah, you know, you could, like, and it's kind of like, it's so hard when you want to try to coordinate ATC. That's the part that makes it tricky, right? But it might be one of those deals where, yeah, you have to open it up to, and that's just what I told him. I said, you just have multiple fields to depart from, you know, and that way the people that don't have the range can still participate, or people that have the range but their aircraft is a lot slower can still participate. And but we're going for it again this year with just one departure field, one arrival field, because it's a pretty big ask to have ATC, you know, and not that they're going to be on for the whole 6 hours on both locations, right? But it'll probably be a good 2 or 3 hours at each spot. And so anyway, I don't know. It's still fun, regardless. Even if we didn't have ATC, we'd have a good time, right? We would figure it out. But hopefully, in the meantime, though, I think the other sort of factor that we were hoping would be a little bit different in year 3 is there would be more of these old vintage airliners. You know, these old vintage turbo, or not turbo, but just these old vintage prop liners, and there just haven't been. And even the DC-6 now, kind of PMDG sort of taking their own sweet time doing anything. That's kind of hurt that event. If we don't have a DC-6, I don't think we have an event, because I don't think Slanty's not gonna. Yeah, I mean, you know how he is, right? He's got his DC-6, and that's what he's gonna fly. And if he can't fly it, like, I know he is specifically not upgraded to 2024 because of the DC-6, which I get, man. I get. All right, you guys, we are getting close. We said at 100 we were going to start heading down, right? So we're a $153. So yeah, here in about 50 miles, we're going to start down. And now let me do something. We were going to try to fly. So we're going to try to fly the arrival. Nibex. So that's coming up here in a couple of, as soon as we get past T-VAR, I guess, we can attempt to swap over and try to fly that little bit of our arrival. Would it make any sense to go ahead and put an approach in here as well? ILS Zulu is what we were thinking. Runway 3. Might as well give it a full test. ILS Zulu runway 3 right. Yep. And we're going to go from Charlie India. Yeah, 03 right. So that'll be loaded as well. So 19.7. No, 1091. So that is the active frequency. Approach course of 36. We'll have to have that in there, but all right, that seems okay. Now up here, let's see, what do we have? 1091 is in nav 2. I'm going to put it in our active as well. And we can't do anything about the course just yet. Okay. Just about there. That beach 19 though, it might be, because that's the one Amelia Earhart was using, right? The Brigeau 763 for X-Plane. See if I've looked at this one or not. Oh yeah, I have looked at this sucker. Talk about a unique looking double-decker aircraft here. I mean, but it could be doable, right? I bet that sucker would get you there. Oh, that's so cringe. Good Lord. Oh, my Lord. I'm too much of a snob, of an aircraft snob. Looks nice on the outside, though. What a fatty. I love it, man. Ah! Avert your eyes. Yeah. I mean, you could get yourself... You could get there. You could get there. I keep wanting this to say 747-200 freighter available. Yeah, and I can't complain, right? Free 99, like whatever. But you know, it's got some F-mod sounds. It's, you know, got a few little things, and it's probably kind of a cool. I mean, like, look, I'm not a dev, and I couldn't make anything that was even 1% that good. So I don't know what I'm doing. You know, being all judgy. Shame on me. 30 miles to drop. And we're going down to 8,000. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough because, I mean, you could introduce other types of vintage airliners, and that would help a lot. But then you have, like, people flying a 747, and they're getting there in 3 hours, and DC-3, and they're getting there in 12 hours, and it's like, yeah, it doesn't take much before it becomes cross the pond. But I'll have fun in this, I think. I mean, I think this speed is comparable to the DC-6. I think the DC-6 might be a little faster-ish. Maybe not. Maybe this is I don't know. But, yeah. There's the... yeah, there's a couple like that, though. Like that Brigeau people are working on. There's a whole thread that I went through one day about, you know, vintage prop liners. great to have a DC-4 or DC-7, you know. I don't know. All these things we think we need. We've got more aircraft that we can possibly fly in a lifetime, and we're always wanting that next one. Just one more. All right, how are we doing? Minute, or sorry, 117. Oh, what a great way to spend a day off. It's just outside. It's cold and rainy right now. I'm so glad I'm not working. Actually, you know what? That's not even true. I'm more just happy to have a day off than I am happy to not be working, because I actually like what I'm doing. I'm kind of digging this new job. I would be up north in Cody right now, and I can almost guarantee it's snowing up there. What's the Cody, Wyoming weather do? What's it doing right now? Light rain. Oh, it's 53 up there. It's actually warmer up there than it is here. We're supposed to have a little rain today, all the way through, kind of through Wednesday, and so. I suppose the inevitable snow is on the way, though. Then I'll find out how well I'm liking my new job. Flight time so far, an hour 49 minutes, man. Departed just prior to 1700 Zulu. Still doing 300 plus across the ground. Five miles to descent. And I'm going to aim for about 1500 to, well, actually, I know how to do this. Cut that in half. Yeah, 100, about 150, so 1,500 feet per minute. That should be just about right. And I love the vertical speed indicator here. This little guy right here to come down, give you a little arc there to show you how far down you've gone. It's awesome. Awesome. This is an awesome plane, Good Fixins. You need it. You need it right now, man. You need it. It's like just like the Piaggio, man. It's like if you have a specific need for it, you'll fly it. And after I get done with the cross the strait, you know, how much will I fly it? I don't know, but I've gotten at least 2 streams out of it so far, plus another. So I'm gonna have it at least on stream 3 times. You know, I don't know. You know my feeling about it. If you fly it once, it's worth it. Okay. Well, that's us. We need to do a little vertical speed mode. I'm going to pull back on the power slightly. And we're going to start down. So let's go. Give it a couple of spins. Let's see what the vertical speed wheel does. Oh no, what did I just do? I just, oops. Yeah, I don't want to. That's the different trim. I've lost my trim wheel. No, that was us. Just can't. I don't want to rotate it. I want to spin the wheel. I don't want to rotate the wheel. It's hard to do when you're. Gosh dang it. Yeah, it's hard to do. A psychic taco. Yeah, that's right. Don't do anything yet. The man speaks the truth. Alright, so we've got ourselves right about where we want to be. Airspeed is coming up a little bit. Just pull back until we get it semi-stable. I think that'll work. And we're on our way down to 9,000. And we're about to jump over to, okay, let's see if we remember how to do this. I'm going to, just for the time being, I'm going to go to heading mode. And then I'm going to come over here with system control, right? GNS. Didn't like that. Disconnected my autopilot. All right. And okay. Back to flight plan. So we're going TVAR right now, but then we're going to go to NIBEX next. And yeah, we've never done this before, so this is going to be interesting. So to pass TVAR, I'm going to so essentially what I've done here. Yep, GNS is the nav source. Is come down here. Flight plan. Mother of pearl. So it just got rid of everything. Okay, well that answers that question. And the answer is it's not worth it. Yep. Don't even mess with it. What a pain in the butt. All right, so that means though that we're going to have to do some finagling here because we've got a couple of waypoints that are not in. I think I know how to do this here. So after NIBEX, we need to go to insert waypoint after. Okay, we're going to go to Oscar Romeo 377. Okay, good. Insert after. Then we're going to go to a point called VCOP. Victor Echo Kilo Oscar Papa. Sweet. All right, so now that will have. Yep, there's that little jog, and that was really it. That was the whole arrival was that little boop boop. So we're gonna go ahead. We'll just fly it, and then that gives us a chance here to double check. So my nav frequency is set. That's fine. I can set my course now since I'm in heading mode. My course needs to be 036. Alright, where's my course? No, I can't set the course just yet. Alright. Alright, so let's go back to nav mode for now, and we're descending in vertical speed mode. And Lord only knows what I've done now. Jeez Louise. Alright, so let's level this off again. What a pain in the butt. Try to get ourselves back down to about 15 if we can. 1,500. And maybe even a little bit more since I think we kind of leveled off for a little bit. Okay. And so what we'll do here when we get down to past VCOB is we'll come down here, we'll select our nav source to be VOR1. At that point in time, we can shoot the ILS. And this does, by the way, it has a little vertical, so it'll grab the glide slope and take care of it for you. Hey, there's Joburg. Nice. All right, all right. We are low IFR in Joburg right now. Winds are 0406. Overcast 400. Oh my lord. 1027 is the Q and H. Winds are favoring us, landing though to the north. Oh boy. Yeah, so missed approach procedure. Looks like it's runway heading. Climb to 8,000, turn right, and expect radar vectors. So looks like they probably just bring you kind of back around, maybe try it again. Oh boy. What's our so our decision height's 601 and the current conditions are 400. So yeah. So we're not legal. We're not legal. This could be interesting. I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need everybody to sit down and buckle up. Yeah, I've been known to maybe push it slightly. It wouldn't hurt me one single bit to do a go-around in this, however, as this is a unique experience. All right, hey, we're flying the approach. How far out are we? Can I make a position report here? Should I make a position report? We're still 60 miles out. Tell you what we could do is we could do a quick, yeah, so pressure altitude needs to be 500 above, and Johannesburg I think has a little bit of elevation, right? Yeah, 5,590. So I need to pull this guy back to 6,000. My bandwidth is not too low. Your bandwidth is too low. Fix your stuff, dude. Alright, well, I'm going to go down to 0. Alright. Rate knobs, yep, good there. We're going to set the altimeter here in a little bit. Yeah, I could set it, I guess, right now. 1027. How you doing, Psychic Taco? Happy Monday. Okay, that's set. No smoking seatbelts. Yep, power, lights. Checklist completo. Checklist completo. Yep. Airspeed's creeping up a little bit, but if we stay below 250 at 10, I'm fine with that. Yeah, Psychic Taco, if I'm being honest with you, I don't think it's a whole lot different, really. I mean, obviously the avionics are the big difference, but in terms of managing things, yeah, it's a turboprop doing turboprop things. It's a fun aircraft though, because it is so historic and so many ways to break it, I guess. And I've found a lot of them. I haven't found all of them, but I've found a lot of them. The Duke is a little more modern and refined, and I do love that Beechcraft Duke. All right. Well, we are currently now basically on almost on vectors to final. I think I'm going to go to heading mode, and I think I'm going to go ahead and change my nav source to VOR1, and we are going to, let's just double check that we have 1091. We do, and 036 is the course knob. Okay, right there. We're more or less on, you know, a bit of a base turn here, although we need to get quite a ways closer to the airport. So I'm gonna come in here. About a 060. Now there is a way, and I wish I knew how. You can set this thing up, and you can put a nice little course heading, almost like an OBS arrow on your on this map here, but I haven't quite got that figured out just yet. Oh no, yeah. Well, actually, this is a good thing. Our winds are dying down a little bit as we get lower, but anyhow, this is us at this point, and I think for the most part, actually, you know what? Let's do this so we don't overshoot the localizer. We'll just fly runway heading, and then when we get the localizer in, we'll know we can kind of head over to the right and grab it. All right, I'm going to make a radio call here. Joburg traffic, Starship November 11816, out of 14.5 inbound ILS runway 1 right. We're on a 25-mile final. Joburg. I'm totally guessing. I have no idea how far out we are. I think we're about 25. We're inside the 30 mark, or the 30 mile ring. I know that just by looking at. Hey, look at there. We've got our localizer. It's a little shifty, a little shaky, a little unsteady, kind of like, you know, 1970s technology was. But we're going to come on in here and we'll grab it. We should eventually see, I don't know if it's going to be here or up here, we should eventually see our glide slope as well. Hey, there it is, glide slope. We're not below it yet. I'm going to hurry up with the descendo here. That's all I'm seeing. Click on that a little bit. Pull back on the power some more. We do need to slow down anyway. All right, approach speeds. I'm looking for 130, and we're a long way from it. Pressurization in progress. Yes. Signs are on. Auto feather can come to arm. Landing gear will come down, but not for a while. Flaps will be extended. Lights will be turned on here momentarily. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and turn the lights on right now. And We will disconnect the autopilot and we'll turn the prop sync off. Yaw damper will also come off. Checklist complete. Okay, we've caught up to the glide slope. That's good. Airspeed's coming down. That's also good. Yep, glide at 130, and landing probably about 125. That actually might be a little more today. I might try for a glide of 140 with landing somewhere in that 130-ish range. I think we rotated back in Cape Town at almost 140. It's at least 130. We get to 8,000, we're going to be below the glide slope. So that's perfect. 1,000 to go. I like our intercept heading here. Actually, I might nudge it over just a little bit more. Just so we can grab that glide slope before the, or grab that localizer before the glide slope comes in. All right, here comes the needle. Starting to want to move a little bit. Maybe not. It could be lying. Airspeed's looking good. Kind of want to hold off arming the approach mode until I know for sure that the localizer's coming in. Whew, boy, yeah, it's getting kind of heavy down there. Got to be close. There it is. Approach mode. Armed. Grabbing the localizer. Cool. 8 mile final. Joburg traffic Starship 816 is 8 mile final, 1 right. Joburg. Oop, getting a little slow now, accidentally. Let's throw a notch of flaps out. Overshot that localizer, but I see the runway. Yay. Hooray. All right, hold on. 150, my good man. 150, please. Again, if we go missed, it is runway heading up to 8,000. That is set. We are on the glide slope, I'm assuming. Yes, we are, because we're descending. Yeah, I love it when a plan comes together, my friends. This is just crazy enough to work. If we're successful in landing, I think we'll just hang a left at the end of the runway here, and that's kind of the GA area. A little fast. Gear coming down. Looks like we're 5 mile final. I've got another notch of flaps to go. Here comes 140. Ooh, getting a little tougher to see as we get down. There's 140. I have not set my minimums because, if I'm being honest, I don't know how to. But we're visual now, so excuse me, life is good. Okay. Let's get crazy with it. Get jiggy with it. A little bit of slippage. I don't mind our power setting. It's pretty close. It'd be nice if I could hold a little bit of a localizer. Come on, girl. Get back over there. There you go. Okay. little bit slow, but not too bad, I don't think. Yeah, a little bit slow here. This will be a plunker. It's almost impossible not to make it a plunker in this plane, though. Yep. It's not a lot of suspension in this old girl. But that'll work. That will work. Try to turn left here when I have a chance. This is, I think, going to be a good place for a left-hand turn. A little manual braking. High-speed AVU, I think. Clean up the flaps. Joburg traffic, Starship 816 is clearing one runway, one right. Johannesburg. Yeah, buddy. We got a long taxi. This is Echo coming up right here. And I'm just going to stay on Echo all the way across. We're going to cross one left. And, yeah. That was cool, man. That was really nice. I liked that a lot. What a great aircraft. The runways are incredibly far apart here. Holy cow. I should have sidestepped and taken one left. All right, I better run a checklist. Again, I still have the opportunity to overheat things. So let's do a little bit of landing, after landing checklist. And when you turn all of our heats off, okay. That's good. Good there. Johannesburg traffic, November 11816, will be crossing one left on Echo, Johannesburg. Okay, stall heat, windshield heat. Off, off. All that cabin heat is good. Auto ignitions, I never turn those on. Transponder could go to standby, but we don't do that on VATSIM. We're across here. I'm going to make a little bit of a right-hand turn and head down toward, I think, where the hangars are. I think. All right, we can turn off the landing lights now. We can get the strobe off. We'll leave the nav light on and the taxi light on. How are my trims? Look pretty good. Flaps are up. Whoops, coming to a stop here because I went into beta mode. Don't want to do that. Yeah, so the question on everybody's mind, what's next? What's next? Well, you know what? I think probably what I want to do is keep flying, but the smart play here is to go and take care of the couple of errands that I need to run. I can also have a little lunch that way and then come back and find a place to fly, whether it's someplace in Europe or Moncton Monday or whatever. That way, when the missus comes home today, I won't be in trouble. So this is what I'm gonna be using Psychic Taco. And again, my big question mark is range. Depending on what you read, this plane is supposed to have plenty of range. Well, not plenty, but it should be doable as far as making it from Anchorage to Seattle. But I just don't know. I need to do more testing. And but yes, and what I've decided is if I don't have the range to make the whole leg, then I'm going to land in Juneau or somewhere. I'm just going to land halfway and take on more fuel, and that'll just have to be, that'll have to be what happens. But yeah, I'm excited. I think this is going to be a really fun plane to take on that. All right, let's do the shutdown here. Parking brake is set. Oxygen supply is off. Engine ice, didn't have any of that on. Windshield heat is already off. Pilot, and I can't turn all that off because I lose you. So standby instruments, all that. So I'm gonna turn all that off here in just a second. Bleed air valves, turn those guys off and off. Battery is, it's pretty full, pretty well charged. ITTs need to be stable for a minute, and they have been. My right engine has been a little happier than my left engine, but I would say that's been a minute. So we'll go to fuel cutoffs. We can go to feather. Up to the overheads, and master lights can come off. All those can come off. Yeah. Kind of lose everything in the process, but that's okay. That's how it goes. Off and off. And that's everything. Boom, turn those off. Let's see how we treated all of our stuff here. Oh, we started with the 99% rating and finished with the 99. So that's good. That means we did okay. We didn't over torque it or over temp it for too long. So heck yeah. Everything is hopefully off here. Options. Boozy. Hey guys, welcome in. Nice to see you. How did how did your flight go to Copenhagen? What's up, Frankie? Kurt Becker? Hello, hello, hello. Nice to see you guys. Sleazy. Hello, hello, hello. So you caught me right at the end. This is going to be a weird... it was good you haven't done it for months. I haven't either. This is going to be a little bit of a weird day for me. So I have the day off, and by the way, Cody says hi. I'm going to do a day-night doubleheader type of stream. I've got a couple of little honeydews I got to take care of. So we just did a flight from Cape Town to Johannesburg in the Starship, which, by the way, Boozy Sheep, I know you fly this bird. What a fun aircraft. Holy cow. So much to learn. So many things to break. But yeah, so I'm going to actually kind of bookmark the stream. Not really. I'm going to end the stream right now and go take care of my few things I need to do. And I'm going to come back in a couple of hours and resume, and we'll do at least one more flight later on. I don't know again where it will be exactly. Europe potentially, or yeah, we'll whip. We'll raid whip. We'll whip it good, and we'll raid on top of a raid, baby. I'm okay with that. But anyway, thanks. I appreciate you coming in, and you know that's what happens sometimes, right? You don't know. Yeah, I don't usually stream this time of week, so I appreciate you coming in. But everybody has to lurk until yeah. I'm gonna leave it right here. And you guys have to keep the numbers at least 30 or higher. Now we're gonna do that. So, but anyway, I will be back. But let's close up this part of the stream here and head on over to Cool Whip.
Thanks for watching my papa.
Again, big thanks, Boozy, for the big raid. M. Stein for 34 months. You're awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome. Thanks for hanging out with me as well, Boozy Sheep. I hope I sufficiently distracted you from work today. M. Stein, appreciate you being here. Psychic Taco, good talking to you as well. Had a bunch of other people. Presto, I think, was in here. Nige B, I know he stopped in. So thanks, everybody. Good to talk to you. I know Iowa Scotsman was here. Our normal cast of characters. So I've got the raid queued up here for one Captain Whip. You as well, Boozy. I'll see you guys this afternoon. Cody says, peace, bro.